Welcome back to Will Rev. When you first see the 2026 Honda XR600R, the fuel tank, sitting at 11 liters, is sculpted to allow easy body movement whether you're standing up on the pegs or leaning into turns on asphalt. It's practical, not flashy, and that's part of its appeal. The minimalist design keeps everything purposeful: no unnecessary panels, no excessive plastic, just a clean and functional shape. You get a simple round headlight up front, a sturdy seat, and that unmistakable enduro silhouette that instantly tells you this machine is built to move. One thing riders often praise is the XT's ergonomics. The seat height sits around 860 millimeters, which gives you a commanding view on the road and excellent clearance off-road. It can feel tall for shorter riders, but once you're moving, the balance is so good that it's rarely an issue. The wide handlebars give you full control, while the upright riding position makes long rides less tiring. It's one of those bikes you can ride for hours without feeling beat up. Another highlight is the engine character. The big single cylinder doesn't scream, it thumps. That deep, rhythmic pulse gives the XT600R its soul. It's a reminder of an era when motorcycles had personality. There's a raw, mechanical connection between rider and machine that modern bikes often lose in the pursuit of refinement. Kick it over, feel it rumble to life, and it's like you're starting a living, breathing thing. In real-world riding, the XT600R is remarkably versatile. On tarmac, it cruises comfortably up to around 120 km/h, with enough torque in reserve for overtaking or climbing hills without needing to downshift constantly. It's not a sport bike, but it holds its own easily on highways. The suspension soaks up rough patches and bad roads effortlessly, making it a joy for mixed terrain travel. Off-road, it's a whole different story in the best way. The long suspension travel and well-balanced chassis make it incredibly capable on trails. Whether it's gravel, sand, or muddy tracks, the XT feels planted and predictable. The wide bars give you leverage for quick corrections, and the low-end torque helps you crawl through tough spots without spinning out. For riders who like to explore unpaved backroads or remote countryside trails, the XT600R is a trusted companion. Durability is another massive win here. The XT600R has a reputation for being practically bulletproof. The air-cooled engine means fewer parts to maintain, no radiators to leak, and simple valve adjustments. Many owners report their bikes running strong even after decades with just basic maintenance. It's the kind of motorcycle you can take across continents with little more than a toolkit and confidence. And speaking of travel, fuel economy sits around 20 to 23 kilometers per liter, depending on your riding style. Combine that with an 11-liter tank, and you're looking at a range of over 200 kilometers, making it suitable for both commuting and adventure rides. Now, let's talk about performance in numbers. Top speed sits roughly around 155 km/h, though it's most comfortable cruising between 90 and 110. The torque delivery makes it great for pulling out of corners or handling steep inclines, and its linear power band means there are no surprises, perfect for both new riders and veterans who just want reliability over drama. On the design side, the XT's simplicity is timeless. The combination of a rugged steel frame, spoke wheels, and high ground clearance gives it a distinctive old-school charm. It's a bike that looks good even when it's covered in mud. Over the years, many riders customize their XT600R units into scramblers or retro adventure builds, which speaks to its versatile platform. As for pricing, it depends on condition and market. A clean, well-maintained used XT600R can typically be found for around $3,000 to $4,500, though pristine, low-mileage examples sometimes fetch higher prices among collectors. Considering its build quality and enduring popularity, it remains one of the most affordable entry points into serious adventure riding. Another strong selling point is ease of ownership. Parts availability is still decent in most regions, and maintenance is straightforward. There's no complex electronics, no traction control systems, and no digital wizardry to worry about, just reliable mechanical engineering that works. For many riders, that simplicity is refreshing. So who is the XT600R really for? It's for the rider who values connection over convenience. Someone who wants a machine that can commute during the week, escape into the wild on weekends, and still start up every morning with the same dependable thump. It's for explorers, for learners, and for purists who still believe motorcycles should be ridden, not managed by computers. When you look at today's market filled with high-tech adventure bikes and massive power figures, the Honda XT600R stands out for its honesty. It's proof that you don't need a 1000cc or a touchscreen dashboard to have a genuine adventure. All you need is a solid bike, a full tank of fuel, and a road that turns into a trail. Even after all these years, the XT600R remains one of the most balanced dual-sport motorcycles ever built, tough enough for off-road abuse, smooth enough for the city, and reliable enough to outlast almost anything in its class. It's not just a bike, it's a companion that asks for very little and gives back everything. So if you ever find one for sale in good condition, don't hesitate. Give it a kick, feel that single-cylinder heartbeat, and take it for a spin. You'll understand why this simple machine still inspires adventure riders across the world. Thanks for watching Will Rev. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Honda XT600R, hit that like button, subscribe for more two-wheeled legends, and let us know in the comments which classic bike you want us to feature next. Ride safe, and as always keep your wheels turning.